I was expecting the Army to make this realistic, to give us the patience, to make this the experience that we need in order to carry this out in the real world environment. It looks like from everything they've set up and everything that they're doing that that's what they're going to deliver.
I think if I deploy downrange, the training here will definitely help me understand how to best tie in, where to make the contacts that I need to get my job done appropriately, and just to better serve the patients when the time comes.
Aeromedical 4, I say again, we have wheels down. How copy?
Basically, the consensus is that this is the closest thing to war. So I knew that coming here, we'd get the training that we need to go out the door.
This is my first time at Jrtc. I've never been AELT, so this is a good opportunity to learn what the position is and to teach others what we need in aerovac.
Jrtc is a joint exercise conducted by the Army and the Air Force, allowing us to exercise the patient movement system in a joint environment using all the different components and elements on both the Army and the Air Force medical side. This training, this is one of the very few places, very few times when we have all of these components with a joint service, that we can work with the Army medics, the Air Force medics, and sometimes even with the Marine medics to move wounded warriors. They're moving real people that may or may not have simulated but real injuries. They really have the dressings on them, they really have the moulage, and they've really been all the way through. We also get to work with our coalition partners. So at times, like for this rotation, we'll have the Canadian Air Force here, and our crews will get to work with the Canadian Air Force in their operations center and learn how they do business as well. It's so vital for the soldiers to see this too. And now after 10 years, the soldiers are coming through, and some of the patients, the simulated patients that we have, are actually soldiers who've been evacuated real world during the war. And so they're also giving that feedback to our medics, to our aeromedical evacuation medics. So they're getting their UTC training out of the way, they're getting their clinical training out of the way in a real world environment without being actually deployed. So this is a really good place to learn lessons. The Army and Air Force medics that come here and train at Jrtc are experiencing all phases of the patient movement system. They're also being stressed by a contingency environment as well as realistic weather conditions. This is the only place where they're going to get to work with all their comm equipment, all their medical equipment, and to work together with all phases of patient movement from point of injury all the way to aeromedical evacuation at the final stage. Everyone really benefits, but it's really the patient. We all get the training, but it's the wounded soldier at the end who's going to get the biggest benefit, because they know that at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, we're here, the medics, the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Marine medics are here to take care of them, give them the very best care they can, and get them back home to their families so they can start rehabilitation.